We're gonna go straight out to 300 yards here. Did 50 yard zero with the Vortex Razor 1 to 10. This is their GenIII 18-inch barrel, shooting grind hard ammunition, 62 grain controlled chaos. I usually plink a lot with their FMJs, but I just wanted to use what I hunt with right now. So we'll send it, and then I'll get a full description of what I've got here and give you guys some feedback on the rig. Got some smoke right here in between me and the target. There was some rain in there. They're burning, but I can still see pretty good. Man, I posted a picture of this thing on Instagram and I said it exceeded my expectations, and it better with the amount of money that's put into this thing. Speaks for itself. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Another beautiful day in Texas. I can't believe this. Happy New Year to all the folks out there. Today is January 1st and it is 76 degrees with a 15-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. So I'm hiding over here behind this row of trees to try to stay out of the wind. But guys, this is just absolutely amazing weather right now, and I'm not bitching about it one bit. I'm not sweating, it isn't 100 degrees, there isn't any bugs, blah, 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 you know how it is. But anyways, we got what I call my homemade DMR right here, the green machine, some of my friends call it. This video is not gonna have a bunch of shooting. Matter of fact, the only shooting you're gonna see is the shooting I had at the beginning of the clip, and I was shooting like at 300 yards. And I might share a few clips of how it operates, especially with the Polonium here. I think I have some other clips as well with the Enticer LTI. But folks want to know what's up, man. Like what's behind this rig, what was all involved, and how is it working out for you? And that's what this video is about. All right, so what I'm going to do is just go through every single part that I put on here. Guys, I know some folks get triggered when you say build. No, I didn't mill the receiver and the rail and all that kind of stuff, but I did put it together myself. So we'll just say put together, all right? So some of these folks don't get triggered. Guys, let's start off with the receiver set. This is a Tan Tactical STT-15 receiver set. This is the third set that I have. I believe it's the third. I might have another set somewhere, but this set was sitting around for about a year, and I just didn't put it to use. And I started seeing a bunch of stuff popping up about DMRs, designated marksman rifles. The military has a specific one. That's where it really started. But in the civilian world, a lot of people are starting to call their rigs DMRs. And I started looking, I'm like, well, what's making it a DMR? What's making that a designated marksman's rifle? And I've seen a lot of them. I'm not throwing shade at nobody. It was just, I just felt like a lot of corners were cut, you know? And I'm like, that's not really a well-built DMR, you know? So anyways, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put one together. And that's what I did with this rig here. Again, STT-15 receiver set. It has Santan's accessories. So like when it comes to like the bolt release, the mag release, the forward assist, the safety selector is from Radian. And I have a K&S anti-roll pins here. So a lot of people are getting triggered on my CMMG that I had anti-roll pins on a drop-in trigger. It's unnecessary. They give you pins that run in there. They're just like these torque screws that go on both sides, and they just look plain Jane. So I just threw some anti-rotation pins in there that I had sitting around. So that's why they're on there. I got PWS's buffer tube here, which is my favorite, with their ratchet style castle nut. I personally think it's the best looking one out there. I have other rigs with the Strike Industries buffer tube with the PWS ratchet style castle nut on there. And it's always worked out really well for me. This stuff doesn't improve the way you shoot. It's just a cosmetic thing and personal preference. Off to the furniture, guys. We have B5 systems, collapsible stock. This is the short version. Originally, I started out with a long version, and I didn't like the way my cheek weld was with that setup. Personally, guys, I think all the ARs, me personally, this is just my personal opinion, you should run the short. Now, folks are gonna be like, well, what do you need the adjustable cheek piece for? Every once in a while, I throw the RS-75 on here, and if you know anything about the IRA RS-75, it does set up a lot higher. Right now, we're 1.5 over the rail. With the RS-75, we are pushing almost 3 inches. So to get proper cheek weld, I need adjustment, and that's why I have the B5 Systems collapsible stock on here. Yes, I do like it. I like it way better than the Magpul PRS. I don't ever want to own a Magpul PRS again. It doesn't matter what gen it is. This one's a lot more compact, lightweight, and easier to work with. I can also adjust the length of pull on this. This is also their grip. It's more of a 90s style grip. It doesn't have much of a swoop to it, you know. I really like it. It's really comfortable. It's a little hard. I'm really used to the Magpul MOE, the rubber grip one. That feels really good. But I do like this grip a lot. We have a CMC trigger in here. It's a 2.5 pound single stage. A lot of people are always asking about my triggers. About 98% of all of my ARs have a CMC in there, and I absolutely love the 2.5 pound single stage. I have a hard time getting myself to try a 2-stage trigger. I've got some, I don't use them. I have one Geisley that's a 2-stage. I love the Geisley, it feels good, but I absolutely hate it because it's a 2-stage. So I gotta reach out to some of my friends and see if they got a Geisley that will trade me, because the Geisley works really well with my 7.62 by 39s, all right? We got a Colt mag in here. So DMR, right? DMR doesn't need to have a 30 round, 50 round drum, 60 round drum down here. We don't need that. We just need to be able to send range bullets down range accurately, right? And I don't need to send a bunch. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a Colt 20 round mag, which I absolutely love these mags. These are reliable. These got a great reputation. You can find them every once in a while. Got this at Bauer Precision. Bought a few of them just to back myself up, but I absolutely love this magazine with Grindhard ammunition. This is 62 grain hollow points from Grindhard ammunition. I believe they're coming out around 3,100. I don't know with the 18-inch barrel, but on the box it says 3,100. This is great ammunition. You guys seen some of the footage I posted up recently. It's damaging, man. It gets the job done. I've dropped pigs out to 300 yards with that ammunition, and it's very lethal, all right? Charging handle, we have the Radian. Let's drop this mag. We just chambered it, so let's go ahead and clear that. All right. Cut. Gotta be safe, folks. Gotta be safe. All right. So anyways, rifle's clear right now. This is the Radian SDSL. This is a cool charging handle. I never had one like this before. And by the way, the furniture is in coyote and the charging handle is in coyote and black. But this is a shorter version of what we're used to seeing with the Radian charging handles. You know, most of the time they're really wide. And sometimes I feel that. I feel that digging into my chest or my stomach. I seen this and I was like, man, that's the color I want, and it's a little bit short, it's a little bit stubbier. So it is ported down here, further down on the charging handle. These are really good for suppressed rigs. So far, so good. You can't go wrong with a Radian charging handle. You can't go wrong with that. BCG, we have Lantac BCG in here. This is their enhanced BCG and nickel. It doesn't look too good right now because it's really dirty. It's caked up and nasty right now. And this gun's gross right now. Some people will not let their guns get this dirty, but it's pretty bad. But this is a great bolt carrier group also for suppressed guns. So if you want a little bit of Gucci, you want some good stuff, you can't go wrong with Lantac. JP makes some great bolt carrier. There's a lot of companies out there to make great bolt carrier groups. I'm not saying that this is the best. This was the option that I had and I went with it, okay? The rail has ST engraven on there, Tan Tactical's engraven on there, but it's actually a Zev with their wedge lock down here on the bottom. Guys, I gotta be honest with you, before I even started this build, I originally wanted to go with a 16-inch barrel, and I ordered that barrel, and I realized that that 16-inch barrel was not gonna work on this rig. It will if you don't wanna run a suppressor, but if you wanna run suppressed, you're gonna have to find some type of muzzle device that's gonna stick out at the end to give you some room for your suppressor, or just bump up to the 18-inch barrel. So I was like, you know what? It's gonna be a designated marksman's rifle. Why not to get the most velocity as possible? You get as much velocity out of the bullet as much as possible without getting something just ridiculously long like a 20 to 24-inch barrel. So I was like, an 18, I think it's gonna be a mighty fine fit for this rig. So to the barrel. We have Ballistic Advantage SPR. This is a fluted barrel. Guys, you cannot go wrong with Ballistic Advantage. I got plenty of their barrels. I wish I knew somebody there at Ballistic Advantage, but I don't. But they make great barrels. I buy them all the time whenever I'm putting a rig together, and I always see good results out of them. I need to do a follow-up. I need to do a follow-up with the other rigs that I have as well. But guys, I mean, trust my word on this. Anybody that follows me on IG, they see what I'm doing. I am laying down the heat with this rig, and I'm doing it with a lot of damn precision, guys. Okay, adjustable gas block. This is something that I suggest on any type of rifle running suppress. You don't have to run this style, but it's one of my favorites, and it's the Superlative Arms adjustable gas block. I got it to match the barrel, and what's nice about this gas block is that I can fine tune all of my guns with any type of suppressor with a simple click. So most of them, you gotta loosen up this set screw, you gotta back out this screw. You don't know how far you're going or how far in you're going. What's nice about the Superlative Arms adjustable gas block is if the gun is under gas or over gassed, all it takes is just a click, and I know how far I'm going, and I can get this gun running the way I want it to run. Some people think it's a little over gassed, but man, I like my guns running in the 3 to 4 o'clock position. I don't like my guns running in the, 1 and 2 o'clock position. I can't stand that. So if it looks like it's over gas to you, so what? It's running good for me. Okay? All right. To the suppressor. Guys, originally I was supposed to get this suppressor in on time for this build, but as you know, we all gotta wait, right? So at the time I had the Enticer LTI, which really shocked me. The Enticer LTI is specifically a 30 cal cannon. That's where their attention was. But it comes with 5.56 end cap, so you can run a half to 28 back here for your 5.56 and 223s, and it comes with a 5.56 and 6mm bore end cap. And I fired that thing, and my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. It just sounded really good. But it's also a long can, and with an 18-inch barrel and that long can, I wasn't really happy with the platform. So I've been waiting on this Otter Labs Polonium. That's what's on here right now. There's been a lot of hype right now out there about this can, and this is week 2 now with it. And guys, it is phenomenal. Is it better than the Enticer LTI? I don't know, but to the ear, I feel like it sounds better to the ear. Now, I know I'm kind of getting off track here, but originally this was also supposed to be here for my 6mm Creedmoor, and that's where the Enticer kicked ass. The Enticer LTI sounded way better on my 6mm Creedmoor than the Polonium, but on this rig here, this is absolutely amazing to shoot with. So if you guys are in the market for a new suppressor for your 5.56 or 223, I suggest looking into the Otter Labs Polonium. It's a badass suppressor here. Okay, can't believe I haven't cut off this tape yet, or did a cut here. We did do a cut because I loaded the gun, but you know what I'm talking about. We're going smooth here. To the glass. We have Vortex mount here, 34mm, 1.5 over the rail, and we have the Vortex Razor GenIII 1-10 in MRAD first focal plane. It's one of my favorite optics. Folks know this. This is my 3rd one, and it is absolutely phenomenal. And I think it's a great optic to have on this rifle because every once in a while, I like to play with PVS 26, PVS 30. Just killed a pig this week with the PVS 26, mounted on front of this. So it gets the job done. I like it. I know a lot of people are out there complaining about first focal plane versus second focal plane. A lot of people don't like the reticle. There's always something. And you know what? If I handed this rifle to somebody right now, they'll find something to hate on it. So it's not for everybody. It's all about what I wanted, you know, and that's what this setup is, you know, it's set up for me. It's what I wanted. To the color, multicam green. A lot of people were really freaked out about this color when they first seen it because it's people just not used to seeing green guns all the time, you know. And I had this vision, and I said, man, I want to get a green gun, but I want a cool green with coyote brown and a little bit of black. And of course, the Razor comes in its own color, which I have no idea what this color is, but it doesn't bother me. It has a signature look, and I rock it all the time. But anyways, this is in multicam green. So you guys are looking for a Cerakote color, and you're looking at this one and you like it, look up multicam green, all right? Don't know what else to talk about here. There really isn't much more to talk about. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, the buffer system. Guys, I have an arm spec in here. Yes, I could have went with the JP Silent Capture, but guys, if you want to save a little bit of money and you want something that's going to work just as good, there's nothing wrong with these arm specs. This is my fourth one. I broke one. I don't know how the hell I broke it, but I did break it, but I bought another one. And guys, you can't beat it for the money. It's pretty damn cheap. But this thing operates just mighty fine. This thing is like butter. This thing is like butter. But anyways, I just want to share the information to you guys. I know a lot of folks are just asking a bunch of questions, you know, and they want to know, and that's all the details there. I know for a fact that this rig, if you was to budget it out, and I know some folks are going to go ahead and start writing down all the parts that I was talking about, you're probably looking at about $3 grand just in the rifle. That's not optics, that's not the suppressor. You're probably looking at about $3 grand just in this build. So this can add up really quick. This can add up really quick. But anyways, enough of me talking. I'm dragging this out. Guys, there's a lot to talk about. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff here pretty soon. We're gonna be doing some Fox Pro stuff. We're gonna be using an e-collar. It is something that I rarely do, but I'm getting into it. So we're gonna be using a Fox Pro this winter. I wish I could really shoot this thing and just get nasty with it, but we're gonna be hunting here in the next 3 hours. We're gonna be hunting in this same exact field tonight. I just shared a reel on Instagram with about 20 pigs out here. There's coyotes over there going ape shit the other night, so I don't want to shoot the place up, and I already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna shoot because we need content for YouTube, and then we're gonna come out here tonight and not see a damn thing. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So we'll try to make it happen later on. But like I said, Fox Pro stuff, just recently, we went on a hunt that was just absolutely epic, something that I've never seen before, and a lot of veteran coyote predator hunters have never seen before as well. We killed over 30 coyotes. We killed over 30 coyotes in a short period of time in a small area. And when I mean a small area, we're talking about a mile radius. It was just the craziest thing. But the downside to this whole entire story is that the video was just dog shit. I just got to be honest with you. It was like 100% humidity, some of the thickest fog I've ever seen, and we were still able to see these animals and take the shots on them, but the video quality through the 1280 was about as bad as it can get. I'm gonna try to figure out how I'm gonna deliver this content, I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, but it was such a cool story. If you follow me on IG, you've seen the bed full of dogs. It was wild, man. It just didn't stop. But anyways, enough of me talking. Guys, I appreciate your patience. There's a lot more to talk about. There's a lot of other rigs to do follow-ups on. There's some new rigs in the works. There's one that is just, it's got me daydreaming. I haven't been able to sleep right, and I've been texting and saying, hey, how can I get my hands on this gun right now? I'm ready to get it. So hopefully I can make it happen. And if I do, I will share it here on YouTube. Guys, again, thanks for your patience, and I will do everything I can to try to do a follow-up video and get the other videos rolling out to you.